In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down Stanley Pringle and how he shoots the basketball. He's from the Philippines, so let's see how he shoots the ball. He is a very, very good shooter. So if you're looking to shoot the ball better, definitely a player to look at. Let's get down, let's check him out. Now, even though this is not a jump shot, I really wanted to point this out because this is something that I've seen him do a lot. When he attacks the basket and he wants to go up for a shot, when he has a defender defending him tightly, as we can see here, he goes up with two hands. Yes, he finishes with his right hand, but he allows that ball to get up without getting blocked or even disrupted because he goes up with two hands and then one right at the last second. Very, very, very smart and strong player. So first off, I really want to point out that yes, he does have a slight tilt away from the rim. Some coaches will say you need to square up towards the basket. That's not always true or the case. You sometimes need to have a tilt so that you can get your shoulder and your elbow in line with the basketball rim. Some players cannot get their elbow underneath the ball, which then needs to have them tilt away from the basket. We also see this with his feet as well as his knees and his hips. So this is not a massive issue. Some coaches may say it is, but it is not. Sometimes you do need a tilt. From there, what we do see is that his shoulders do tend to be in line with his knees and his toes. If I didn't cut that wrong, you would actually see that when he actually goes down into his dip. Now, he does have a two-motion jump shot, which means that he brings the ball up, pauses at his set point, and then he shoots. Most players will do this when they've got a lot of upper body strength, and this is not a negative thing. Players like Curry will sometimes, most of the time, 99% of the time, he'll shoot with a one-motion shot. That does give you more power. However, if you have too much power, sometimes a two-motion is a bit better. Now, from there, we can see that that ball is right in front of his right forehead and is in line with his elbow from other clips, which means that he has that shooting triangle, which means that his elbow and shoulder are in line with the basketball rim. The ball is between his elbow and his shoulder, which creates that shooting triangle. From there, when we fast forward through the clip, we can see that he has a thumb flick, which is very similar to a Steph Curry. There are actually some fans of Stanley Pringle who actually says that he is kind of like the Asian version of Steph Curry, which I somewhat agree with them. He is a very good shooter and has a lot of things that are very similar to Steph Curry, the thumb flick being one. Now, why is that thumb flick important? Well, we can actually see that his hand is slightly on the right side of the ball, and then that thumb flick gets that ball up to his middle finger or split finger. It's really hard. I did not get or could not find any close-up HD footage of which finger he does release from. However, we do see that he still does get a lot of arc and rotation. The only time you would want to get rid of a thumb flick is if it's declining your rotations or declining your arc. And as we can see here, if we watch that line right there, we can see that it goes around once, and then it goes around twice, and about 2.5, maybe 3 times before it hits the rim. And that is perfect. You want to have the ball rotate 2 minimum rotations in the air, but generally 2.5 or better is going to allow that ball to hit that rim super soft. And I can tell by this shot that the arc is also very good. He has a very good shot, and it all comes from having his arms in line, allowing his body to tilt away from the rim so that his elbow and shoulder are in line. And for Stanley Pringle, his thumb flick actually does help with the shot, even though that is a rare circumstance that a thumb flick will actually help your shot. We also see that his elbow is above his forehead, which will give him arc. And we can also see that he has a soft release very similar to Steph Curry. And with a soft release, basically your hand is curved in the air when you release the ball. That will allow you to have more arc. Meanwhile, a hard flick like a Michael Jordan will allow you to have less arc. Now, I'm also going to say one more thing. If you have a thumb flick and you cannot get rid of it, and it's not affecting your shot in terms of rotation or arc, what I will suggest is having a soft release. If you have a hard release, that is really going to hinder your ability to shoot if you have a thumb flick. I hope that this video helps you shoot the ball better. If it does, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.